Hey VC, Jack here. Welcome to Vinyl Martini. I'm going to do another in a continuing series of alphabet threads. Jakob from Jakob's Music Channel has started this. A lot of people are jumping on this. It's a pretty cool way to show off your records. I am going to do the letters C and D because I'm trying to catch up to my good friend Mike Kelly from MGK Boston. So why don't we get started with the C's? First up, how about Czech Korea? Return to Forever, his 1972 record. I think he released it a couple of years before, and this is an ECM release. Beautiful record. He's got Joe Farrell on flutes and soprano sax, Flora Purim on percussion, Stanley Clark on bass, Erto Morera on drums, and beautiful record, beautiful cover. ECM Records, great label. You should, if you're interested in softer jazz, you should check out that label and grab whatever you can. They always put out great stuff. Next, how about Jimmy Cliff, the great Jimmy Cliff. This is Struggling Man from 1973, I believe. This is an English import I have on Island Records. Jimmy Cliff, of course, better known for doing the soundtrack to The Harder They Come. But his records are pretty fantastic. A little more melodic in the reggae style, but fantastic. Great cover here. A drawing of him on the streets of London. He does Struggling Man, Better Days Are Coming, Sooner or Later, Come On People, Can't Live Without You. Really good record. Jimmy Cliff. Next, a record for my buddy Brian, Embryonic Robot. Of course, the C's wouldn't be complete without showing a Leonard Cohen record. This is Songs of Love and Hate, 1970, I believe, somewhere around there, pretty early. This third record, great songs on here. Love Calls You By Your Name, Dress Rehearsal Rag, Last Year's Man, Sing Another Song, Boys, Joan of Arc, and Famous Blue Raincoat, that fantastic song that he recorded. Next up, band that I've just recently rediscovered. That's Cockney Rebel, Steve Harley's band. This is 1973. A little bit, he's got vocals a little bit like Al Stewart. A little bit of glam, a little bit of soft rock. I've been picking up Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel records and Steve Harley solo records since I discovered this one. Pretty good. Next up, the amazing, the one and only, one of the greatest songwriters to come out of, I think he's from Houston, actually, Guy Clark, and this is called Texas Cookin'. Guy Clark records are hard to find. I've only got about 3 of them. Celebrated singer-songwriter. He's got Texas Cookin' on here. It's About Time, Broken Hearted People. He wrote the Jerry Jeff classic, LA Freeway. If you like Texas music, if you like country, alt-rock, Guy Clark's your man. Next, for my buddy, Mr. Ben Rankins in Melbourne, Australia. Hope you're enjoying the late spring and early summer, Ben. Of course, Nick Cave, incomparable Nick Cave. This is his 2019 release, I think, Ghostine. Written, his first record, I think he recorded after his son died a tragic death in England. I think he fell off a cliff while he was hiking. Very somber, kind of ambient album. Not a real rocker, but very lyrical. Ghostine by Nick Cave. And last but not least, the great J.J. Cale. Anybody who follows me knows that I'm a big J.J. Cale fan. This was released posthumously. 15 songs that were kicking around that he mixed and recorded sometime before his death, released by his wife. Fantastic record. Just fantastic. Love J.J. Cale. Next, we'll go into the D's. And how about some jazz funk? Amazing George Duke. This is a 1973 recording, I believe. It's a double-sided record. It's on MPS Records out of Germany. MPS releases so much crazy kind of new jazz. well worth picking up MPS records if you can find them. George Duke, of course, played with Frank Zappa. He played with just about anybody. Great keyboard player. Fantastic record, and it is called The Inner Source, George Duke. Another one from my buddy Brian. I know that he does not have this record. Yes, is there a record out there that Brian does not have? Well, I don't think he has this because he was talking about it. Here's my copy of the Demics. They are a Toronto band. Punk band? I don't think they're punk band. Maybe a post-punk band. Great song on here called New York City. It's just an EP. Don't know how many records they released after this one. This is the only one I have. The Demics from no date on here. I'm going to guess and say 1977 or so, 1978 maybe. The Demics. That's a good one. Another forgotten artist. I never see him shown on the VC. Willie DeVille. This is called Le Chat Bleu. Willie DeVille is kind of how would you describe Willie DeVille, except that it's very romantic, kind of a throwback to the 50s music with some 60s thrown in. This is a great record released in, I didn't do all my homework here. I think it was released in around 1976 or 1977. Some good ones on here. Sorry, I still have the Shrink on here. This Must Be the Night. Savoir Faire is great. Slow Drain is fantastic. Whole record's very, very good. If you can, I see Willie DeVille records around in the bins quite often. They're really cheap. He's well worth picking up. Next, of course, the great Bob Dylan. Jakob's just getting into Bob Dylan. This is a good one to get, Jakob, if you don't have this one. Is Bob Dylan's Slow Train Coming. Produced by Jerry Wexler. Gotta Serve Someone, Precious Angel, Slow Train, Gonna Change My Way of Thinking. Some great songs on here, some great musicians on here as well. This is part of his Christian trilogy, quadrology, I don't know, but this started it off. A lot of people got turned off, but I don't care. This is a great record. Next up, another band from Toronto. And they opened up for television, or television, no, Talking Heads, not television, Talking Heads, in 1977 when I saw them at the Ontario College of Art. The Diodes were a Toronto punk new wave band. They cover the Circle's Red Rubber Ball, and they do a great song called Tired of Waking Up Tired. Isn't that the truth, though? Monday mornings, think of that song, Tired of Waking Up Tired. And from my buddy Nick's Buddy Sandwich. I'm going to show this Ian Drury record. This is his first release, I believe. It is New Boots and Panties, and of course it contains the classic song Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. Great record. If you don't have this in your collection, you really, really need it. Ian Drury is passed away much too early. Very interesting artist. Punk, new wave, I don't know. He just has his own style. It's impossible to describe Ian Drury. Great record. And last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't show one of my favorite bands, and this is the Drive-By Truckers and their again, I don't know the year. I'm gonna say it's 2007 or so. Go-Go Boots, Drive-By Truckers, double album, fantastic content as always, character-driven songs, Patterson Hood and Mike Cooley. Shona was playing bass with them still, and Jason Ibsen, I have that name wrong, don't I? Of course, they don't have any stuff on here. Excuse me while I... No, I can't find it. I don't want to read here for a couple of minutes, but anyways, you're thinking about getting a Drive-By Truckers album, this is a great one to get. So there you go, there's my D's. I'm probably going to do another show tomorrow. I'm going to do the E's and F's tomorrow. I'm trying to catch up. Mike from MGK Boston is up to the H's, I think, and I hope to catch up to him within the next couple of days. So Jakob, sorry for mispronouncing your name yesterday or a couple of days ago in my first video, but if you don't subscribe to Jakob, his channel is going to be in my description and in the title. Check him out, sub him up. He needs some more subs. He's got a good channel. So till next time, cheers guys. See you later.